Okay, so I saw this graphic going around Facebook and I wanted to address it. This assumes that some may want this as a blue nation, some may want red as a red nation, but you want a red America. And I understand the sentiment. I truly do. I wish everyone could go back to 1980 America, where basically we all kind of believed in America. We all were proud to wear the American flag. Pretty much we were all proud to call ourselves American. All great things. But the problem is we don't know what America means anymore. And the parties have two entirely separate definitions of what it is to be American. And they are not morally equivalent. One believes America to be nothing more than the reflection and mirror reflection of all other nations. That is one party, that is the blue. Red wants America to return to traditional values and traditional ethics, but sometimes colors outside the lines of how you got there, which was the traditional ethics, the bedrock of traditional ethics that America was unified to in 1980 came from a biblical worldview. The biblical roots of America. Our founding fathers believed that without Christianity at its center, you cannot have America. And we're not talking about from the federal government down. That was not what the founding fathers believed that a nation was built on. It was not from the federal government down. It's from the bottom up. And without the bottom, every local area reflecting a biblical worldview, you cannot have a collective America. And this is what they all say. Now, there are a few, obviously, who are true atheists, and they didn't really agree with that. But generally speaking, most of the founding fathers were absolutely conservative Christians. And if you think that it doesn't matter what party you're going to vote for, you're in for a rude awakening. It does. And America, where we all come together and believe this, never actually existed. What had happened was the biblical values were removed from telling you that they were biblical values, and they were just kind of what we did culturally as America, called cultural Christianity. And that was what made America great. And that was what made America sound. And that's what made America successful, was we were operating how God actually built nations to operate. We were operating on fundamental principles. And that's how we were during the 1776 era. And this is what we need to return to, is those principles, 1776 principles, which at its bedrock requires a biblical worldview. We need to return to Christ or it's over. It's Christ or chaos. And so the only way that we can get America back is recognizing where our ethics come from. Which ethics was America founded on? And what exactly was what America made America great on its moral foundations? Secondly, the basic structure of what America was intended to be. If you read all of our founding fathers, they completely understood the idea that everything about America and its origin was limited government. Everything about America was conservatism. And unless conservatism becomes the predominant philosophy of the land, we'll never get what you're having this graphic illustrate, that you want a country that is unified under something. There will be no unity. You cannot have unity with people who believe that in the complete opposition to everything our founding fathers wanted. Number one, when it comes to the structure of how to run our country, and number two, when it comes to our bedrock of our belief systems. One party at least has fragments of that remaining, and the others have none of it. None of it. They want to actually tear down any reflection of a biblical worldview upon America. And it's not the red. So think about this. You cannot get this graphic without recognizing that one of these choices is you have only two pills to take, the blue pill or the red pill. And I'm going to tell you that's it. There is no other choices. Unless you choose to not choose, which means you are surrendering it to whoever is the majority. And we already know that that's the left. The majority right now is absolutely antithetical to God. But Christians and conservatives who want traditional values have to pick It's red pill or blue pill. And if you pick the red pill, you will have an opportunity to rebuild the fragments that are still remaining of a traditional and biblical framework. But if you pick blue, you will not have that. You will not have America. You will have a semblance of a European nation built on the ready to be primed for the Great Reset. And that is absolutely what everyone is saying. That's what they're intending to do. You get the choice. Every time you elect a local official, or lack thereof, without voting, you make this choice. You default to the party that is going to be the predominant worldview. Let me ask you a question. Is Christ the predominant worldview? No. Well, which party are you going to end up voting for? If you're not voting, which one are you surrendering it to? Satan. Darkness only grows when light recedes. Don't neglect the vote. If you're a Christian, get out there and vote. And the only way you can vote to rebuild biblical foundations is to vote red. Period. End of story. Let's do this. Let's take back America for Christ.